abstract painting. So hello, my name is Thomas. Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to make better abstract paintings. If I see another fluid acrylic painting video or picture on social media, I might end up eating my brush. No offense to anyone who enjoys doing fluid acrylic painting, but the majority of them just look the same. So to give a little bit of context before I start this video, I guess, I'm interested in both kind of realism and abstraction. In my own work, I like the idea of kind of combining the two into a kind of abstract realism. So I'm not kind of a, maybe I don't want to say generic abstract painter that is just preaching in this kind of abstract language. I want to address practical ways of actually making, in my opinion, what are better abstract paintings, and kind of thinking more about what you're doing as an abstract painter if you are interested in making more abstract paintings or semi-abstract paintings. So there are two things that I want to speak about regarding when kind of, I guess, approaching abstract painting. Number one is subject, and number two is the material or / process that you're going to be using to make your painting. So when kind of presenting my ideas on how to practically improve your abstract painting, I'm going to be putting artist examples on the screen so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from / what kind of imagery I'm talking about. So regarding subject, what I'm talking about is obviously learning about a specific thing. I actually think that it's important to, I guess, approach that in a traditional way first. So understand the subject, approach it in a traditional way, and then once you've learned the rules, you can learn to break the rules or change the rules or change some of the rules and keep other rules the same. And the first artist example I'm going to give here is the artist Adrian Guiney. He is a very successful contemporary artist. I don't know, I would describe his work as almost kind of like what I said earlier, an abstract realism. You can see he's got figurative elements in his work, and you have all of these kind of amazing abstract shapes and textures and color that all work together in these amazingly, I would argue, complex compositions. But it's interesting because if you look into his kind of very early works, not so much his artistic career, but as in just training as a painter, he copied a lot of traditional works and learned how to control light and shadow and create illusion with paint, and obviously has amazing drawing skills to kind of come up with these compositions and kind of control the paint so well. And I really don't think that his paintings would be the way they were if he hadn't had that kind of traditional foundation to build off. Now let's talk about material. Now, when I think of abstract painters that are more interested in material, I think more kind of minimalist / those who are maybe less interested in creating a certain kind of imagery, but more interested in the physical material themselves that they're using. Obviously here we're talking of the context of paint. So the example I'm going to give, who I have given examples before of in my videos, is the artist Jason Martin. He explores the idea of kind of, I guess, humans technically interacting with paint, this idea of gesture, and very interested in paint as a material itself. So his compositions and his work is quite minimalist when it comes to, I guess you could say, color and composition. But it's interesting that, once again, look into the kind of background of these artists and what they're interested in. He even acknowledges the subject of the landscape coming up in his paintings at time when you get these horizontal brushstrokes. So still you can combine that idea of kind of material process and also looking at some kind of a subject to get some kind of inspiration, even if it is for an abstract composition. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is you've got this combination of, okay, you can choose to deeply study a subject, break it down, rearrange it, abstract it into something of your own. And second is really understanding the material that you're using and, I don't know, setting yourself some kind of a process, or just being interested in simple things to do with how you interact with whatever medium you choose to work with. I hope that makes sense, but obviously then there is also a combination of the two, such as Guiney and Martin, because I would argue that Guiney, if you look at the painterly textures and obviously the scrapes and whatnots with the palette knife, it's a very, very painterly effect. but he combines it with a very controlled kind of process which has evolved from him studying certain subjects and taking from certain subjects and imagery. So I hope that makes sense, but before I finish this video, I'm actually going to do an example of an abstract portrait right now. I'm going to cook up a digital plan for a painting because that's quicker for me to do for videos, and you can still get a very kind of painterly effect from doing digital work. So here's an insight into kind of my own working process, working digitally, and I hope you'll find this beneficial. Actually, quick note before I jump in, the images you're going to see me using and breaking down and cutting and pasting in, I literally have a huge library of not only obviously paintings from my favorite artists, I have images from online, textures from online, literally anything which I feel like I can use or would look good in a painting. I've saved it and I have a growing library of images. I think this is very important to do as an artist, and that's what I use to plan my paintings in advance. And then obviously, if I'm working from a digital kind of plan, I can then make further changes when I'm painting from that reference to completely evolve it into my own thing. Even though technically the digital piece is my own thing anyways, I can basically play with it. As you can see, I'm paying attention to the structure of the head and the face, looking where I want to create more shadow and contrasting different colors and textures so the overall portrait isn't completely lost. When translating this into a painting, there's also the opportunity, as I said, for kind of further evolution. So as you realize, you might not actually want certain bits to stay the same. So there's my quick abstract portrait. You can obviously apply these same ideas to other subjects. I just want to show you that kind of what I was talking about and see if it makes any sense to those watching. So in conclusion, please don't make abstract fluid acrylic paintings that look the same as everything else on the internet. Please exercise some creativity. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a simple process that I guess produces a result, but I don't know, I feel like because this fluid thing is just so easy and not many people are being creative with it. I'm not saying every fluid painter is bad, but it's just become so mainstream and boring to me. Yeah, I sound like a bit of a hater, but forgive me. So just remember, I guess anything from this video, I want you to take away kind of looking at a subject and really thinking about the material that you are using. I hope that didn't sound too loud. I've been slapping myself with this paintbrush this whole video. So I hope this beneficial has been useful. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Thomas. I hope that this video has been beneficial to those watching. Please drop me a DM on Instagram if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more artistic content, and please leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. I hope giving you an insight into my own kind of working process with the digital. I will expand on that further in further videos. I'm really excited about getting back to the UK next month because I'm going to have a new space, new energy, and I won't be kind of in a tiny apartment like this anymore. So I will be able to just go in on my content and make so much for you guys. And we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So yeah, thank you. And as I said, all of that stuff, DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. And here is my awkward goodbye.